Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy Coach One Stack, man. We back, y'all, with a banger. Hey, man, we got Diddy's affair with Beyonce has been exposed by Rihanna, man, of all people, man. And she's saying that Jay-Z, Washington joined. And man, y'all already know the Diddy saga continues and what was going on at them Diddy parties. You dig what I'm saying? And we all know that Rihanna allegedly caught an STD from Jay-Z. You dig? And we already know dealing with the baby that Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Diddy, hey man, they was about that swinging lifestyle and invited him. But man, Rihanna, of all people, who caught something and gave it to Chris Brown, you dig? I don't know what ASAP Rocky's dealing with. Hey man, she's exposing the whole relationship between Beyonce and Diddy. Man, but you know, I don't understand why Jay-Z would sit back and want to live the cuckold lifestyle with Puffy. Now, if you're not familiar with the cuckold lifestyle, people, the cuckold lifestyle is when you have a shrimp, okay? And you want somebody with a flashlight. You want to sit back and watch somebody with a flashlight pleasure your wife while you pleasure yourself, like Diddy. Diddy is a cuckold. That's why Diddy was sitting back in the Daphne Joy tape. He watching Sly Diggler that looks something like this, right? While he got something like this, he enjoying it because you can't please your woman. That's what cuckolding is. So, I mean, I don't understand that, man. You know, maybe Jay-Z is the shrimp. I don't know, man. But it's one thing that I don't hear these people talk about and none of these videos. And guys, I need y'all to put that in the comments. Prophylactics. Put your favorite style of prophylactic in the comments on this video, please. And we gonna get into it, man. Let's get it.
And Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in.
Right. I want to know, why does nobody ever talk about the Diddy Beyonce story? Oh, you don't know it? Because nobody talks about it. Prepare to have your mind blown.
When are we finally going to have a real conversation about whether or not Rihanna was fit?
Oh.
It's a death jab.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look
She's
at her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl.
Hold up, not Rihanna exposing Beyonce for allegedly sleeping with Diddy at those freak-off parties. Girl, unless you've been living under a rock since this mess with Diddy, you've probably heard people dragging Beyonce and Jay-Z into it, claiming they've been involved the entire time. And now, Rihanna just made it worse by stepping into the chat with her own allegations. This time, she isn't just making comments about Beyonce having a supposed tape with Diddy. She's also suggesting that Beyonce allegedly filmed a whole tape with DaBaby, and that this supposed tape is currently being auctioned off behind the scenes to the highest bidder. And to make matters even worse, some allegations are going around that Beyonce allegedly has AIDS, and that she supposedly caught it from Diddy's freak-off parties.
After I settled, Beyonce got AIDS. Why? Tell me why you niggas is wasting my time like this. You want me gone, bitch? Bitch, I sent my family away. Come on. Ask me why I wasn't dead after I said Beyonce got AIDS.
Now, even before Rihanna stepped in to spill all this tea, there had already been some crazy rumors going around about Jay-Z supposedly servicing Beyonce to Diddy as his lil freak-off queen as part of their dirty business dealings. The rumors really kicked off after DaBaby sat down with Shannon Sharpe and
Now, I gotta tell you something, man. This is my first time of hearing that Beyonce may be HIV positive. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a real live reactor video. I ain't never seen this. This is new to me. I ain't never seen this one before. Man, you know, and it makes sense because, you know, man, ain't no prophylaxis being used. And those who know, man, when people go to these parties and they live in that type of lifestyle, when you add the narcotics, you know, just let me paint a picture for you. You picture a house or whatever, a room, it's dark. People been drinking alcohol, illegal narcotics. You got, you know, 2-3 couples in a big old bed together in the dark. You think anybody wondering who hand going where? You think anybody wondering who mouth going where? You think anybody taking the time? You think anybody filling around? See, man, back in the day, man, when we would do that thing, a girl When you put that, when you got ready to use that flashlight on a man in high school, a girl would like reach down there to see if you had it wrapped up. She would reach down to see if you got that thing wrapped up. But man, people ain't doing that, man, at these parties. And that's why they catching all this stuff. And to me, this was why they real close. And shout out to the baby, man. It was cool. It was cool sitting next to you on the plane to Atlanta, man. Good dude.
Revealed never heard before details about the time he got invited to a private meeting at Diddy's house. So according to DaBaby, he thought he was pulling up to Diddy's house for a regular business meeting. He said there were already a bunch of industry people in the house, and allegedly Jay-Z and Beyoncé were there too. And this is where the story starts getting real messy. DaBaby claimed Diddy eventually cleared the room and told everybody else to leave, until it was just him, Diddy, Jay, and Beyoncé left behind. Now at first, he said he still thought they were about to talk business, but the vibe started shifting real quick. According to him, Beyoncé allegedly started acting flirty and introduced herself like he didn't already know exactly who she was. And from there, you can already guess what went down.
Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there.
Mhm.
Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know,
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in
Right.
at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope.
Now, around the same time all this mess was already heating up, attorney Ariel Mitchell came through and fueled the rumors. She did an interview and said somebody contacted her about helping shop around a freak-off tape involving Diddy and a very major celebrity. And baby, she said she didn't just hear about the tape. She didn't just see some blurry little screenshot. She said she actually saw the video herself. And according to Ariel, the celebrity in that tape was supposedly even bigger than Diddy. Now, of course, once she said that, the internet went straight into detective mode. Because let's be real, there are only a handful of people in...
Guys, you already know the only person that's bigger than Diddy, man. The only person that is bigger than Diddy is Jay-Z. Well, it was Clive Davis's daddy. But Jay-Z, y'all, hey, man, they get around. You know, that's why you ain't seen none of these people, man. And Jay-Z trying to come back, man, and comb his hair out, think somebody listening to that garbage, man. Ain't nobody falling for that. Oh, and did y'all know that Jay-Z and Beyonce is moving to the UK next year? Oh, they already bought a crib. It's the reason why they fleeing America, so they can get a hold of that medication that's FDA approved in the UK. It's not FDA approved here, man. They want you to have that stuff.
The industry who are actually more famous than Diddy. So everybody immediately started making their little lists. And with that, DaBaby story already floating around, Beyonce's name ended up being one of the first names people dragged into it. Then, of course, Jaguar Wright jumped in and added even more fuel to the fire. According to Jaguar, the reason DaBaby didn't go all the way into detail during that interview was that Shannon Sharpe allegedly had his own business connections with J and B. She claimed Shannon was allegedly trying to secure NFL-related deals and was not about to let DaBaby sit there and completely blow up his opportunities by dragging Jay and Beyoncé on camera.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute.
Now, if you got somebody sitting here telling you that they wanted to be helped with the sale of the Diddy tapes, that means that she saw the Diddy tapes. Ask me why. I'll tell you why. That means that they had to show her the tapes first, because she wouldn't even have taken a meeting to it and even taking them seriously. That's like if one of y'all called and told me, hey, man, I got the Diddy tape. Well, I'm saying, well, you got to show me. You know, my time is worth money. I have to see some of this tape before to know that it's real before I can entertain this. You dig what I'm saying? So it's out there, y'all. And with all these tapes being released, y'all tell me one tape, man. Tell me one tape, guys, and I will send you a Cash App right now. Tell me one tape where they have talked about where somebody has had on a prophylactic. Tell me one adult freak tape that has been released, ever been released, and anybody used a condom. Tell me one, and I'll send you a Cash App.
Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
Yes.
the shopping thing is
Yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before. So like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
the
I can't
tape.
explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it? Or
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video was porn.
Oh my. All right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like.
And see, I keep telling y'all, people, when you at somebody's house, you have no expectation of privacy. Man, this is why Jay-Z wasn't messing with Diddy. Man, it's bad enough, man, that they run around, man, with something that they can't get rid of. But man, it's like, I'm gonna let you tap Beyonce fine ass, and then you gonna film it too without my knowledge over around here, man, spanking his shrimp to Beyonce without my knowledge, and then gave some to her. That's why they all tight, man, because that's what guys, when you do dirt, it's the dirt that binds you together. Seriously, take gang members. When they do dirt, it binds them together. He can't tell because they did a drive-by where you can't tell when you've done dirt together, you can't tell on the people you did dirt with. So the best way to keep the circle tight is to get dirt on each other.
There was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes. This was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video. So to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
Mm-hmm. Now, some of y'all might not know this, but Diddy and Beyonce's names have been tied together for a long time. And word on the street is, at one point, Diddy allegedly wanted Beyonce for himself, even though she already had her own thing going on with Jay-Z. See, back when Destiny's Child was still shopping around for a label, Diddy and Clive Davis both had a chance to sign them, but they passed. And the reason is wild. So it turns out they didn't think the group was sexy enough to grab people's attention and actually sell records. Now, when Destiny's Child first got put in front of Diddy, he wasn't really checking for the whole group like that. According to the story, his eyes were on Beyoncé and Beyoncé only. He was praising her voice, talking about how unique her name was, acting like she was the clear standout. But even with all that, he still didn't sign them because he felt the group wasn't giving enough sex appeal. Yep, that's what they said. But here's where it gets messy. Folks claim Diddy never really got over Beyoncé, even though he passed.
See, guys, he never got over Beyonce because you know that's how he got Kim Porter. He was an intern, and Kim Porter was with Al B. Shore. And when Diddy, one thing I can tell you about Diddy, man, you got to give him his props. Like I said, being the trafficker that he is, the person that he is, the nasty person that he is, the individual with bad character that he is, he does get what he wants because, man, he shows snatched Kim Porter from Al B. Shore. And same thing with Beyonce. I guess, hey, man, since you can't have her, you might as well share her because she ain't looking too swell.
On Destiny's Child, people say he always kept an eye on her and still wanted her around him in some type of way. And baby, this is where that infamous cheesecake story comes back up. Y'all remember when Diddy had the members of DIDDY'S walking all the way downtown just to get him cheesecake? For years, everybody thought he was just humiliating them for fun, making them suffer because he could. But now, Freddie P is saying that cheesecake wasn't even really for Diddy like that. It was supposedly for Beyoncé. So basically, this whole time people thought Diddy was just making those boys walk miles for his own ego. But according to Freddie, that whole embarrassing cheesecake run may have been connected to Beyoncé.
In fact, a lot of people don't know that cheesecake we went and got was for Beyoncé. She was upstairs the whole time. What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah, that's a fun fact. People don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce. I listen to everything you say as if it's a contract.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Off the record, Junior's cheesecake is probably the best cheesecake I ever had in my life. Ooh, I had one, man. First, it's been over 20 years since I first had one. Matter of fact, I'm ordering me a Junior's cheesecake when I get done with this video, man, because it's early morning. I'm tired. Man, check this out. Junior's cheesecake got the best cheesecakes in the world. Top notch.
So if you say walk to the store or walk to get me some cheesecake, I'll walk to get you some cheesecake, but I'm not walking back. And that's just what me and Darlon did. And they like, why y'all, you know, they hot. Like, y'all cheating. And we like, he told us to walk. He didn't tell us to walk back. So we already in the hotel like 3 hours before they got there. When they said they was coming, we went and met him in front of the building. And you know, the first thing that said out of his mouth, he said, we got the cheesecake. He was like, I don't want that shit. Take that shit upstairs for Beyonce. Then he said, they was like, yeah, man, we want to tell you, Fred and Darlon, they ain't walk back. You know, trying to be on some snitching shit. He's like, I ain't tell you to walk back.
Now, just for a little context, Rihanna was pulled into Jay-Z and Beyonce's world back in 2005 after producer Evan Rogers discovered her while vacationing in Barbados. And mind you, Rihanna wasn't just some random girl singing in the mirror. She had already put together a little girl.
Boy, Rihanna got a big ass head, don't she? Boy, her head like a light bulb. I'm trying to tell you, boy, her and A$AP Rocky got something in common. Some big ass heads, boy. Cause that boy, she got head look like an alien jack.
Group with two of her classmates, so clearly Sis was already trying to make something happen. Evan had her record a few demos, got her paperwork in order, and flew her out to the US to audition for different labels. And one of those labels just so happened to be Def Jam. Now at the time, Jay-Z was the president of Def Jam. And baby, when he heard those demos, he was impressed, especially with Pon de Replay. So he called Rihanna in for an audition in New York. And from there, everything moved real fast. But here's where people start side-eyeing the whole thing. According to Rihanna, that audition happened in Jay's office at 3 a.m. Like, 3 in the morning? For a teenage girl? In an office? With barely anybody around? Anyway, after she performed, Jay allegedly made it very clear that she was not leaving without signing that deal. Rihanna has even said that he basically gave her two choices that night. Either sign the contract or get pushed out the window.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you. A really good audition. And what did he say to you? He said something to you. Oh, yeah. He said, we don't sing songs here. We sing artists. And there was this little pause. And I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief. But then he said something about a window and a door or something. Oh, then he said, he said it one more. I did a lot of homework on you in this place. He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
And honestly, I don't know why everybody was laughing at that story like it was some cute little industry joke.
It ain't funny because, man, truth be told, you go back and look how Rihanna looked, man, y'all wouldn't even, man, touch Rihanna, man, if she wasn't no singer. If Rihanna wasn't singing, and, man, none of y'all would even hold her hand. Keep that shit 1,000 in the comments.
Because nothing about that sounded funny. Now, once Rihanna finally dropped Pon de Replay in 2005 as her first official single, things got even messier. Her own publicist ended up spilling some tea and accused Jay-Z of forcing Rihanna into some kind of affair with him. Now, of course, the publicist later tried to take it back and claimed he made the whole thing up just to promote Pon de Replay, but people were not buying that excuse back then, and they definitely aren't buying it now. Because why would you choose that kind of rumor to promote a teenage girl's debut single? Like, out of all the PR stunts in the world, that's the one you came up with? Please. And according to the streets, Beyonce eventually found out about the alleged affair, and she was not having it. According to Wendy Williams, the alleged affair got so deep that Rihanna actually started catching real feelings for Jay. And honestly, when you think about it, it kind of makes sense why Beyonce and Rihanna have never done a song together, even though they're both tied to Jay-Z and have been in the same industry circle for years. Two of the biggest women in music, both connected to the same man and somehow no collab, make it make sense.
Is try to ditch Beyonce and Solange to go to Rihanna's party. And it's being alleged that then Solange said, well, why do you have to go to another party without your wife? Why can't you just go home?
And that's when Solange started putting hands on Jay-Z in that elevator, man. Y'all better go back and watch that video, man. See the room, see, they can't erase everything. That's when Solange, she putting them tips on Jay-Z in that elevator, man. Because you could tell it's a three-way. If you can't, man, you can see it right there. Because he 20 years both than older. Man, let me see. She was 19, Beyonce was 19, he was like 30 when he was dating her. So you do your math.
If you know what she was implying.
Oh, but it gets even messier. Jaguar Wright later jumped into the conversation, and she straight up alleged that Rihanna caught an STD from Jay-Z and then passed it on to Chris Brown. Now, the way Jaguar tells it, Chris supposedly already knew there had been something going on between Rihanna and Jay, but he thought all of that was over once he and Rihanna started dating. So imagine him finding out not only that he may have caught something, but that the source of it was Jay-Z.
Like, people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay-Z.
As usual, people had their thoughts. Like this person who said, "I've been telling everyone this was coming. Her fan base is about to go nuclear. The cognitive dissonance is going to be next level. It's strange how every time someone tries to bring them into a legal situation, the problem magically disappears." Another person said, "Jay-Z and Beyonce, king and queen of evil." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Rihanna?
See, guys, like I told you, man, hey, these STDs, man, it's like bullets. They ain't got no name on it, man. And guys, y'all don't think that that's trafficking? Like Rihanna came there when she was 14 years old. And she's getting passed from one person to the next, one disease to the next, one person to the next, one disease goes from one person to the next, man. This shit is ridiculous, but I'm keeping my foot on their neck, man. Hey, fellas, keep your flashlight in your pants. Ladies, keep the flashlights up out of your man and wrap it up and go get tested. Matter of fact, just be abstinent. Please, just be abstinent, people. Because there's too many people walking around here with a bunch of stuff they can't get rid of, like the people in this video. And watch your kids and talk to them, because you never know if they could be trafficked. Now, you know the rest, people. Be blessed. Don't ever get stressed. Make sure to never get finessed and get plenty of rest. And check out this video before you leave. Good night.